Spider. Gilly and Wallow be on their podcast like.
Yeah. Yeah, let him snap. Oh, shit. Hey.
Okay, see.
Rest in peace, man. And I can't hug mine. I slung out. What?
This song. It's funny to me.
Hey, shout out to the Slim Goddess, Cola Ray.
That's
She
Peanut
still-
Boo thing.
Hey, she holding it down. She holding it down for the Slim.
Okay, yeah. She sound like a mix of.
brother, yeah.
She sound like a mix of Young Thug and Lil Durk.
Man,
That's nasty.
this is disgusting.
That
Man.
is nasty.
That's literally what she sound like.
Who made that other song that you just played?
Which one?
The one that was about Kobe and LA and all that stuff.
That was shoot. I just forgot who it was.
Your story?
Mikey Facts
It sounded like
and
that.
Blue and Knots. Yeah. So welcome back. What episode is it?
You're 57.
57.
To episode 57 of the Say Less podcast. You know who I be, the
Who
one
you
and
be?
only Young Knights, aka Nike 2 Wavy.
Shout out to you, Nike.
Shout out to me.
Nike.
Shout out. My name is Diamond.
My name is.
Kai Diamond, whatever you want to call me.
Basically.
Just don't call me broke.
Period. Poo.
Since Ye has officially is changing his name to Ye, I also would like to announce that I'm changing my name to just Vale. So from now on, if y'all could just call me Vale.
Bill.
Bell.
Yeah.
If you want to say swear to God Vale, chin strap Vale, chin check Vale, all those Vales are still acceptable. Just put that Vale on there.
Yeah, it's your boy.
Respect.
It's your boy Morris Peanut. Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to like really go by that.
Morris Peanut?
Yeah, after the shade room shit, I'm gonna have to like buy more suits and shit, and wear them in the summertime, like in May, out to the club, and
Poetry
No.
night.
just for some pictures. But yeah, man, we back again.
You ain't gonna make it back home.
What's happening? They gonna be dehydrated as a motherfucker. Gonna be
Boy,
stretched
he-
out in the
he
streets.
exhausted like a mug.
Yeah. What's popping though, y'all?
Man, not a whole lot.
Man, so y'all ready to get into it?
Let's
So
go.
jump right into it. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Let's get it.
So y'all heard our intro song. It was Trippie Redd, right? That's who that was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Trippie Redd dropped a song with Drake, the Scorpion King, track called Betrayal. And on that, he said niggas 44, 45, getting at him. He brings up the brother Kanye's name. He said, Ye, can't do shit for him. His shit is set in stone.
That boy scared.
Man, yeah, Ye scared as a motherfucker, man.
Drake is scared.
100%.
You said nah.
Drizzy.
Not at all.
And then Kanye being who he is, he gets on his socials and say, I live for this. I've been fucked with by nerd ass jock niggas like you my whole life. You will never recover, I promise you. And this nigga put Drake's address on it.
And in that group message, Drake was in there. He added Pusha T in the message.
That's pussy because he needed some backup.
No, he wanted him to see, like, hey.
But let's talk about dropping someone's whole address.
Man, come on, man.
That's not. You're not playing fair at that point. Like, you put him in harm's way, which I'm pretty sure it's gated and he has security, but still, like, that's a low blow. That was a low blow for Ye.
Yeah, you know what happened was.
What happened was
because Ye tweets his own tweets, but sometimes he got his people do it.
Nah. That
he's
should
the only
be,
one in ATL in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium right now.
Nah, they kicked that nigga out.
Oh, he kicked out?
He kicked out of there.
Damn.
He's changing his name so them charges don't come to his name.
Man, he said that nigga gonna be on the phone with his credit card company in the morning.
We're sorry. The call.
Yeah, nah, man. So it looks like it's heating up, man.
Kanye West. This is Ye.
This is Ye.
Yay.
This is Yeezus. Ye, Yeezus. Give me another name for the last name.
Yeezus Western.
Ye Yeezus Western. Ye Yeezus Western. But yeah, no, it looks like it's heating
That
up.
sounds like a biblical name. Okay. Yay, Jesus Western.
Hey.
All his shit is biblical.
I was gonna say.
The names of his shoes and shit. But yeah, no, it looked like it's heating up. Between Drake and Kanye. We coming up on 2 big albums releasing. The first one is gonna release this year, and Ye is gonna drop in 2023 sometime.
You cannot say this because y'all been saying Drake is gonna drop since 2019. I feel like
Ye,
you cannot say that, Peanut, because y'all been waiting patiently for a Drake album for a whole year.
Hey, but Drake ain't been wasting our time.
He has.
With previewing music and bringing niggas
At least
out.
he let us hear
selling
something.
$89 corn dogs.
No, you know,
$60 bills.
At least Ye let us hear something.
Hey,
Drake just
you
said
know that I'm standing firm on my belief that was the album that was leaked.
Drake said the album was supposed to drop like last October, November, and it's about to be October, November again.
No, he meant like this October, November.
Yeah, he's the only.
Y'all some lies.
The first rapper to do a year rollout.
Oh
yeah,
my
man.
God.
The anticipation is crazy.
And then if the album is trash, y'all gonna be hurt.
Drake, I don't think he will ever put out a trash album.
He ain't never put on a
Okay,
trash album.
y'all say
Trash will
that.
never-
Y'all say that.
But can't say the same thing about Kanye because Yeezus is garbage.
Jesus is not garbage.
That shit is a frisbee.
Jesus
That shit is a
not
frisbee,
garbage. Bro, y'all need to go back and listen to Jesus.
What song? Black Skinhead?
Black Skinhead is a good song.
That is a fucking terrible song.
It is a good song.
That song is garbage.
Boy, they use that for every movie out right now.
Not that.
So we thought, or I thought that like the Drake and the Kanye thing was like a friendly beef at this point for them to like hype up their albums. But now this and yeah, what y'all think? I don't know. I'm second guessing it, but I'm like, this still
think
could be
a
fake.
little like I still think
It seems gimmicky. Adding Pusha to the
the little text message thing. I was like, even though I don't put anything past anybody, but I definitely don't put Kanye reacting, wildly and stuff like that. So I could believe it.
And one of Drake's songs, what's that song like? Ends. I got friends on my mind. What song is that? I don't remember.
Whatever. Yeah.
But he says, "I need to leak up with Yeezus. Need me some Jesus." Mm-hmm. So I thought that solidified that they were cool again, or was he being shady now? I just don't know.
Nah. I think he's been genuine.
Yeah, I think that they're
Kanye
cool.
fucked up nigga.
I think they cool. Honestly.
So you think Kanye ruined the relationship twice?
Yeah, I think once he added Pusha T to that group chat, bro, that was all. That was it. That was the nail in the coffin.
He posts Drake address and everything.
Yeah.
On social media.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty entertaining. I think it's just gimmicks though.
Nah, but do something different. Don't put where I live, where my family and shit is at.
Yeah, that's why.
People already knew though.
I mean, probably knew the neighborhood he lived in, like the gated community and shit, but
Nah, I'm pretty sure they know exactly what Drake's house looks like because they post it on social media all the time.
I mean, but not for the average consumer though.
Right, I'm someone that lives in Canada probably.
Not for
that
like,
lives in that area or something, but I don't know if like us in America or just fans know where Drake lives. Like, you know how much fucking mail he's gonna get to his house?
Man, that shit's gonna be
I'm
ridiculous.
pretty sure.
Yeah, like that's
they
gonna be
know.
wild.
Just like everybody knows where Chris Brown lives and everything else.
But you don't know Chris Brown's physical address. You can't send him anything. Like people have his address.
He's posted his address before, so
I don't know.
because he had a garage sale. Remember when Chris Brown had the garage sale?
Yeah.
It's wild.
But yeah. So what do we think? What we think? Are the albums gonna drop on the same day, around the same time, or you think he's still gonna wait for Drake to drop and then try to put out a better album?
I think they're gonna drop it the same day.
They have to now.
You know, I think that Kanye needs to drop sooner than later because I think his tactic of playing some of the music at Mercedes-Benz will lessen the anticipation for the album. We're still anticipating Drake because we don't know what Certified Lover Boy is going to sound like. We have a title and it sounds fire and we're waiting to hear it because we haven't heard anything. But Kanye, like, I was hype about that J verse, but after 3 months, if that shit don't come out, I don't care no more.
I kind of lost some anticipation for Loverboy as well. Like it's been a year. I almost forgot it was still coming out.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. You lost anticipation of the release date, but not the music because you haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's gonna be. Yeah, I still think it's gonna be great.
I think we're gonna get a different Kanye album too, though.
But when he first announced it, I was very excited for Loverboy. I was very excited. I was very, very pumped waiting for it. At this point, it's just even if it never dropped out, all right. But I still think it's gonna be great. But I just don't know when it's ever gonna come out. I have no idea. But for Kanye's album, I'll give Dom her kudos on that too as well. I mean, I'm getting annoyed a little bit.
With Kanye?
Yeah, I'm getting.
Oh, Ye. Sorry.
Ye. Getting a little.
So it's just Ye for real?
Yeah, he literally
getting rid of
filed paperwork.
Got rid of the middle
Which,
name and last name.
let's think about that. And last name? Is okay, so is
So his name
Kanye
is
his
just Ye.
father's name?
I don't know
Nah,
his father's name.
I don't think so.
I just, and this, I hope I'm not disrespecting anybody, but with the kind of feelings he have towards his mother passing and how close they were, and this album's about to be Donda, I don't see the correlation of getting rid of the name your mother gave you.
That's a good point.
We ain't in Patreon content anymore.
Yeah, I also had those same thoughts immediately. Like when I saw it, I was like, I immediately think of, because one of the things you associate with Kanye is his love for his mother.
Right. And
so,
honestly, we call her Donda West. Like, well, that's what they go by.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, I don't
type
know.
of S like Donda West, like yeah. But
Interesting.
It's I don't know.
Speaking of albums, Kendrick said he's dropping his last one.
Okay.
His last TDE
His
album.
final
His
TDE album.
Final TDE. Yeah, correction. Final
So
TDE album.
does he mean that like his
Forever.
last TDE album? Or
Yeah, I think that was worded specifically for that
think that was
reason.
specific?
So people can go crazy and be like, oh my God, Kendrick's never dropping again. But then also for it to be like, nah, we said TDE.
Honestly,
It kind of makes sense though.
I can see Kendrick not dropping for a long time after this album.
Oh, well, he hasn't dropped for a long time.
No, it's been like half a decade.
I was watching something and
It's been
someone was
4
like,
years.
It's been half a decade now.
but no, listen, someone was like, Wayno, he was like, Nipsey has died, Pop Smoke has died, Kobe has died. Like, all these people have died monumentally in LA before we even heard another Kendrick album. Like, we don't know what's on his mind, what he's thinking. And I was like, that's crazy. I've never thought about
Kendrick
it like that.
gave us some features in between there. He just had not consistent features, but he's
Okay,
gave
we
us some
talking about
features.
the project. What does...
But so okay, as a Kendrick Lamar fan, TDE fan, I kind of for the last final TDE album, it kind of makes sense to me. I think that all the older TDE artists are trying to get out of it's something to do with Top and all them. They all, because honestly, none of them have dropped really an album since 2017.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Before we go into it. All right. So I'm gonna read off what Kendrick dropped on his website, Oklahoma.com. So on August 20th, Kendrick had a file called New Thoughts, and it says, I spend most of my days with fleeting thoughts, writing, listening, and collecting old beach cruisers. The morning rides keep me on a hill of silence. I go months without a phone. Love, loss, and grief have disturbed my comfort zone, but the glimmers of God speak through my music and family. While the world around me evolves, I reflect on what matters to me the most. the life in which my words will land next. As I produce my final TDE album, I feel joy to have been a part of such a cultural imprint after 17 years. The struggles, the success, and most importantly, the brotherhood. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators as I continue to pursue my life's calling. There's beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts. I prayed for you all. See you soon enough. Oklahoma.
So that kind of, hearing that again, that kind of does give me almost like final music album
I'm
vibes,
thinking.
and then going into maybe going in just to a different avenue. Maybe you creating something else. Like maybe he wants to do, I don't know, maybe something visually or just another avenue maybe.
Well, you know he has his company PG Lang,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which what's his cousin's name?
Baby Keem.
Yeah, Baby King signed to. But it's him and is it Day Free? That shit. It's one of them that's in Top Dog that credited with them. But yeah, I think Kendrick gonna be done with rapping and is going.
So
into producing.
he's Kendrick. He got a kid and stuff now. He might have kids now. We don't know, but for again going back to what I was saying, I can see it being his last final album. Like honestly, we've compared him a lot to Lauryn Hill, right? He could have left the world with just Good Kid, Mad City, and just been good. There'd be no hate lost, no love lost if he just dropped that one single album, right? But I don't think that this is entirely the end of Kendrick Lamar. I just feel that he's gonna come out branded under his company going forward. And it might, like to your point, DeBell, it might be something more creative, like he might be doing. He might not just specifically be focusing on music. He might do something different that we never seen before. So,
And I think that's I almost feel like that's a given too, because we've seen him be real creative. He has like the production house. I can't remember the name of it right now, but like all of his videos are really just
Yeah, they are very.
yeah. I can't think of the name I'm trying to say, but he had a hand in those, and I think I just
distinct.
found that out like 1 month ago.
Is it the Little Homies?
Yes, the Little Homies.
The Little Homies. Yeah.
So I do see him doing something like that, and like Peanut said, the PG Lang and all that stuff. So I honestly, whether it's his last album on TDE or his last album period, I do think this will be the last one for a while. He could have just left that room for him to do something again later, with the thought in mind of like, okay, we'll just call it last TDE album. Who knows what I'll do years from now, but
You
could be a long break.
Want to be like Logic?
Yeah, retire and then come back 5 minutes later.
No, but let's kind of break this down. It says the morning rides keep me on a hill of silence. I go months without a phone. Love, loss, and grief have disturbed my comfort zone. But the glimmers of God speak through my music and family. So we don't know what he's been doing, what he's been up to, but love, loss, and grief. He sound like some.
It sounds like the pandemic 2020 though.
Yeah, and and maybe what Wayne was speaking to, Kobe, Nip, just
For
LA.
sure.
Probably could be some family issues, some homies.
If y'all remember, when the George Floyd situation happened, Kendrick Lamar, he came out and didn't say much of anything. He was just out there, masked up. You couldn't. Only thing you see is his eyes. You didn't even know it was Kendrick, right? So I think it's a lot to do with like you said, Dom, the pandemic itself, and again, like on top of the pandemic, like he just right before the pandemic, got married or engaged or whatever, had a kid and stuff like that. So I'm sure life has took him for a loop.
And Kendrick has always been very spiritual.
Very, very spiritual.
So
That's what Damn was all about.
Yeah.
Damn was that a lot of people didn't like it, but it was an album that was full. From my interpretation, it was full of, he considered himself a Hebrew Israelite or a black Jew. You know what I'm saying? And that entire album was like, what's the word that I'm looking for? But anyway, it's that entire album was like his life from being a kid to finding his religion and faith and trying to put it in music and give it to the world. Like his art. And art is subjective. And but he also understood that once he give it out to the world, it's up for critique, debate, just like we're gonna do with anything. The greats put out.
definitely.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, Damn is actually, if you go back and listen to it, it actually speaks to exactly what he's saying today. with that poster he posted the other day. It's speaking exactly to that. Like, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't nothing new to me. Like, everybody was hyped up over it. I'm just like, go ahead and drop the Heart Part 5.
Ain't nobody praying for me.
That's it.
I. What if Kendrick's next album is an NFT?
I can, people ain't want to talk about it because it's Tory Lanez, but that was a very monumental thing in music that's never been done.
Honestly, and I heard Tory Lanez say something, still not as supportive, but I heard him say something that was really dope of him, is that he sold his NFT album for $1, so all of his fans got it, and when it goes back on the market, they'll be able to sell it for mad bread.
So we're gonna get back on Kendrick, but what he did though, like just for the game, that was the very first artist ever to sell an album NFT like that. Like, he sold it for $1, sold 1 million copies, which is actually equivalent in the music industry to units sold. So he actually went platinum, sold 1 million records in 1 minute off an NFT. That's can be resold in the future, like you said.
Yeah.
So if Kendrick do it, imagine. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
You could be on something. But
That would, that is crazy. I don't know how long that will last in the music industry, though. Like, once these labels and stuff, there's no way that they can get a hold on that. Like, that's like an independent thing of an artist just putting out their music. So I'm pretty sure there's about to be something written up where you can't just release your albums.
They greedy, ain't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Greedy.
Like, we can see Russ and some independent artists doing something like that, but I just don't see how a label is going to let that fly.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they want their bread.
100%.
They want their bread. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to Kendrick Lamar. What y'all think?
It's gonna be fire.
DeVale, you ain't speak much on that boy.
Hmm?
You ain't speak much. What are your thoughts about this whole thing?
No, it's like what I said. I think that he's gonna go, a different avenue after that. Whether it's gonna be, focusing on whatever it is. Like we said, he's a creative person. Anything he put out is gonna be fire. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care what it is. Honestly, he's got that type of mind, and not only he has that creative mind, but he almost has like a grounded view of everything as well. So like, even like when you're listening to his music, you see it from like a ground level view. So it's, man, you know how I feel about Kendrick.
Ooh, imagine a Kendrick and Nip tape.
Yeah. Which
shit.
we ain't gonna never get.
That is.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's unfortunate. That would have been hard,
And
though.
I guess we never get into J. Cole and Kendrick either.
Okay, which one would be harder? Kendrick and Nip, or J. Cole and Kendrick?
J. Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah.
I think it would depend. I think it depends on the view.
I think it's
The
because
vibe that you're
it's
going off of.
kind of two worlds colliding.
Yeah, I'm gonna go J. Cole.
I'm gonna be honest. I would like to see a Kendrick and J. Cole and a Nipsey and YG project that we were supposed to get, the two of America's Most Wanted. Yeah.
YG was one of the artists. I think I was telling DeVelle this last week, that I didn't see much in 2020. Like, you almost can tell those artists that survived mainly off of like show money. And he's like, there's no reason for me to put out music. There's no reason for me to be on Instagram, really. And he had that tape with Mozzie, which didn't do that well. But yeah, I just feel like he's been awfully quiet. And there's a couple rappers I think about that I'm like, I wonder if they're waiting for these tours and stuff to come back.
The tours is back.
Nah.
Well, most of them start in October. But I guess you would need music to tour, so I don't know what they're waiting for.
This nigga Kevin Gates touring on an album that ain't even came out yet.
Yeah.
The concert tour.
Yeah.
But no, I think that you're right, but I also think that artists like that's from either coast are waiting on like their region, their market, like Washington and like Oregon, California. That shit ain't really open like that.
Right.
They ain't really doing shows, and that's considered really one huge market for them. Those 3 states. So yeah, I think they're waiting on it to open up, but they could definitely tour in the South.
We accept everybody.
They can definitely tour in the South. Cause it's open.
Yep.
Yeah, because everybody gonna be in Dallas in the next 2 months.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is coming the month of October, and I was like, did they plan
Shit,
this
this
out
shit gonna
right?
start in September.
It started in September, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like right after Labor Day, all the concerts is hitting.
Man,
It's about to be crazy. But I looked at them concert tickets. Inflation is real, so my ass is staying home. Simple as that.
yeah, man. What else?
Which I want to tackle first: Boosie on the Breakfast Club or OnlyFans removing porn.
Man,
Which
Might
one?
as well
Which
stay
one?
with the
Which one?
music, so let's go ahead and Boosie.
Man, he ain't talk about nothing about music on the Breakfast Club.
yeah.
But I mean, he's an artist, so.
What do you talk about?
Boosie went on the Breakfast Club, and of course, it started off a conversation about why they keep taking down his Instagram page. And he feels like it's discrimination, which I'm not going to oppose that. Then Charlamagne goes and talks about the things that Boosie says as far as his thoughts on homosexuality. And basically, Boosie can't defend it. He just says he doesn't want any of his children to be like that. He's not with that. And then they ask, well, he says that it's supporting something. Like if you put it in your music, Lil Nas X specifically is who they were talking about, then you are supporting it and you are kind of affecting little boys who are trying to be straight, which trying is, if you got to try.
Right.
But then Charlamagne goes on to say, well, what do we think about you, like, with your, my train of thought is gone, but what do you think about you with guns and violence and drugs and naked women? Like, that is what hip-hop has been. What do you think we're portraying to these young kids? Why is it just homosexuality that you attack? He's okay with two women making out and being like most men, not most men, but majority of men who have that homophobia are okay with two women and having threesomes and stuff like that. However, his daughter, he is not okay with marrying a woman. Neither is he okay with his son. That is why when his kids turn 13 and 16, he wants to start showing them women and making sure that they have tried their first punani.
He
Wait.
said that a whole bunch of times.
So,
he said that a lot of times that he
13
paid somebody to like suck his 13-year-old son
And
off.
then 16, I'm assuming, is for the daughter.
No. 16 was his son's. He didn't really talk about his daughter in sexual activity, but he was just like, if his daughter was to be with a woman, he would not support it at all. Still love her to death, but as a parent, he doesn't have to support that or fuck with them.
So he's going to show his boys at 13 and 16 naked women and all that stuff.
He said in the interview that he paid somebody to top his son off
For his 13th birthday.
for his 13th
Yes.
birthday.
And I'm assuming the girl's not going to get the same treatment.
Of course not.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
So, So, I guess first of all, yeah, the kid thing, yeah, I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, for sure. Under 18.
So 13 years old, putting your son in a situation to get topped off or whatever is wild. That is wild
That's
to
crazy.
me. That's wild to me, honestly.
Grown ass
What about how do you guys feel about the double standard? And there was I don't want to get the term wrong, but there was a person of the LGBTQ community also
she transgender. That was
transgender thing.
Yeah. That's Flame Monroe. She actually a comedian, and she funny as fuck too.
Okay.
She was on there before, but she was actually I don't know. It's weird. It's he, but it's she. All right. So she was dressed as a woman. So she, but I seen her on there before, looking like a dude.
So she used to be a he.
No, she still is a he. Like in the real world, like he goes by Mr. whatever, yada yada. But
So it's a man. He's not an actual transgender.
no, he's a transgender. He got breasts and everything.
Okay, I'm confused.
But he goes by a guy. He
But
goes by
like
Mr.
in like, so his stage name is Flame Monroe, and he's a transgender, dresses up, full makeup, all that, and like drag queen.
Yeah.
But like in the real world, like he goes by Mr. or something, like a normal dude.
Okay.
But yeah, he was on
It
there.
gets a little too complicated.
Yeah, I know, that shit crazy.
Don't wreck your brain.
Yeah, and
No offense.
And I don't know the way that it was set up. I don't know. It was kind of like an intervention for Boosie. It seemed like kind of like attacking in a way.
Yeah, that's all it was centered around. I don't know if he went on there to promote anything else or because he didn't promote anything.
No. He honestly, I think he just went on there really just to talk about this because he didn't get a chance to during the whole Dwayne Wade situation. You know, during the pandemic, because that was like at the height of the pandemic when all that was happening. So he never got a chance to get up to New York and speak his piece. He was like, you know, y'all let everybody talk over me. I felt like I was talked over. You know, Dwayne Wade, you know, all these big celebrities were talking about what I had to say, you know, even though I feel like what I said was true, you know, and I stand on that. I want to apologize for it. And behind the closed doors, there's a lot of people, a lot of men, a lot of women, a lot of older people that appreciate me. Tell me, Boosie, you doing the right thing. Like, you one of the last ones left in this industry. You know, I see what they doing to our kids, yada, yada.
But is he doing the right thing?
Yeah, because because honestly, Boosie,
what's the right thing here? I don't get it.
Boosie exposing his 13-year-old boy to sexual situations is almost the same as letting your 13-year-old boy decide he wants to be a girl. It's like almost in the same vein, almost. I still, for me personally, I think that's a really young age to make any of those decisions.
See, no, I disagree because that's the more progressive mindset of thinking of thinking, right? But for people that's Boosie's age or you know even our parents' age, it's not. But I get what he was trying to say because you know ultimately music, the industry, entertainment industry, like it influences kids, right? So he has a point there, but it's two sides to it.
And what what the older generation is saying is that they are changing our men in trying to make them gays, like the narrative they try to push, that they are making like seeing men dress up in dresses and stuff.
He literally told Angela Yee, he was like, man, you know it's a gay agenda in hip hop, but you just can't say nothing about it because you don't hear it doing this every day. And I was like, hey, you may have a point.
Yeah.
So I do.
He got a point. Got a point.
Now there is definitely a fact that they do try to push, you know, gay and stuff.
I don't know if they are trying to push sexuality
in the media.
Everything.
They do
or
try to push.
Or are they trying to be inclusive?
See,
like
no.
There's a line. There's a fine line
because
there's a fine line because yes, inclusive. Yes, you do need to be inclusive. You do need to have these other things there.
Okay.
Do we need them in?
So. I'm gonna put this.
We don't need them in cartoons.
I wouldn't say that it's not a need to be inclusive. I think that with everything that's been going on within the past few years with the Black Lives Matter and stuff movement, even in companies, if you like have any type of inclusion events and stuff with your companies and stuff like that, they don't even have like these speakers. They don't have black speakers and stuff like that. It's all ran now by the LGBT community. Like they are pushing that initiative, and it's almost like they kind of like push the race thing to the side. This is more important. That's kind of how the world is moving right now. Is that sexuality is more important than race at this given point. Think about it. I think we talked about this on one of our episodes before. Like you know, it's almost like the people that was so-called Christians. You know, they are accepting people in the LGBT community more than specific races, but this is diehard Christians. You see what I'm saying?
So you saying like Christians are accepting LGBTQ more than like say a white person would accept black people or something like that.
Or vice versa. Yes, that's because this is what the world is deciding to push right now. This is the agenda that they're trying to push. So,
I do see like so there needs to be inclusion. There definitely needs to be inclusion. So now where is the line? I don't know. So that's the thing. I don't know where the line is where it's like, okay, are we just pushing this everywhere? Or is it just like, okay, let's start getting more in? Because like with like if we do take it to like the race thing, like add more black actors and stuff in, you know,
I think that we're sweeping some stuff under the rug and we're just trying to push this initiative because this seems to be a little bit safer. If that makes sense. Because like again, like with Black Lives Matter and stuff, it becoming such a political thing now, right? I feel like everybody's pushing to this route from an inclusion standpoint because it's safer.
See, I don't know. I think what happened is, honestly, I always think about George Floyd's daughter when she says, "My daddy changed the world." Because what happened in that moment, I think everyone had to be considered. So it does suck, and this is literally what my thought was. I agree with you, Nike, in the sense of like when we finally were out there protesting and everything like that for our rights, we had to then be inclusive with everybody else's. Like Netflix gave us Black Lives Matter film, Black people film. I don't know what they named it.
Strong black lead.
Strong black lead and all that stuff. But then right after, soon as Donald Trump, no offense to anybody, but came out and was calling it the China virus, we had to consider Asian Pacific people. And now there's a whole genre of Asian Pacific matters and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I think what happened is in that moment, right when we felt like, damn, somebody hurt us, then we had to hear everybody else too. Yeah, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah. They essentially just piled on top, like just piled on the wagon. Like,
right.
All right, this is a moving train. These black people want equality now, and this shit is moving. So we're gonna add whatever else we can on top of this to see what passes along with it. Yeah. But that's America for you, though.
100%.
Yeah, man. How do we get there?
Boosie.
Oh, damn, Boosie.
Yeah, and that's not even all with Boosie, because there's the child avenue of it. That's the
that's the child thing. That's I guess he gave consent, because that's kind of perverted, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
molestation. That's
illegal. Yeah, so I don't even know if we could touch on that, but no pun intended.
Touch on that, but you got bars, Jim.
And the butt at the end.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even get the. Oh my god,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think that my belief has always been, if it doesn't concern you, and I think every time I think about stuff like this, I think about social media and what it has done to people, because we wouldn't have known Boosie's opinion if he wasn't on social media to give
broadcasting it. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like if it doesn't concern you, if that is not your boat, if that's how you run your household, then why can't that just be that? Like, why is it that you have, if it's such a, let's call it a hot take, like if it's something that and this is what Mike Tyson was trying to tell him in that podcast interview, like if you know it's going to offend somebody and your beliefs are a little bit off than everybody else's, why do you have to be so vocal about it all the time? And he was like, yeah, my mama tell me that all the time too.
He said the same thing in this interview.
Yeah.
He literally said, yeah, my mama told me. Yeah, nigga, she was right.
Yeah, and he just is like, this is how I feel, and I get that, but who are you to say what someone, just like we didn't tell you that you shouldn't be having someone suck your child off, who are you to tell what Dwayne Wade he should do with his?
Yeah.
But no, my fault, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, to be completely honest with watching this interview, all right, I was like, I felt Boosie on some of the stuff he was saying. Other parts of it I didn't, right? But I couldn't help but to feel that, like, a lot of it was theatrics. Like, a lot of it was, like
from The Breakfast Club or from Boosie?
From Boosie. Because Boosie is Scorpio, and I can see that shit when he was being argumentative just for the sake of being argumentative. Like, they'll say a point, and he would just argue that point. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, all right, I'm standing firm. No matter even if he really truly believed that shit. He was just like, I'm going to just stand firm on this shit. Can't nobody knock me off my square. This is how I feel. Y'all going to know that I feel this way. I don't give a damn if y'all bring Flame Monroe in here, transgender, openly, whatever. I'm not going to change my stance. Which, although I respect, but I still felt it was a little theatrical,
I think that's just him.
Yeah, and there's ways to have a discussion about your opinions and your viewpoints that you feel are different and still be respectful and
yeah.
And so what is something else that I have, and I don't really know who Flamin' Monroe is other than that interview, but something else that I have a problem with sometimes is when she announced that she was a big fan of Boosie and all of that stuff and was trying to teach him some of the things, right? And when that whole fiasco happened with DaBaby, and then Arrogant Tay, the famous celebrity gay hairstyler, came out and posted something on his story that the Shade Room picked up, and he was like, I actually love DaBaby. But that's not moving the conversation forward. We're not trying to find all the gay and LGBTQ people that support these people. Like you're not helping
they
the situation.
allies. It's like reverse allyism. If
Right.
That's
And it's like all gays don't feel this way. Stand
Right.
up for the baby. And it's just like, okay, but you could understand the conversation. If
Yeah.
you, but anyone should understand
Right,
the
right,
conversation that's happening here. And so I just think that's backwards thinking.
It
and
is.
It doesn't move the
And
needle.
yeah, we
anywhere.
see people do that all the time. Even like going back like to the race thing, like when they was saying something about black people, and one black person said, "Oh, that doesn't offend me. I'm fine. I like that stuff." It's
Lil Wayne.
yeah, like
Yeah, man. But to put a button on it, man. I clocked out at this part of the interview when Flame Monroe was like, "Yeah, I have a son, and my son is straight," and he was like, she was like,
He wouldn't want his.
he wouldn't want his son to be gay, and I was like, okay, all right, I get it. I see what y'all doing. I see what y'all
wait,
doing.
who said that?
The transgender.
Said that they wouldn't want their son to be gay.
Yeah.
Was he saying because like I don't want him to
the
go
black
through
class,
all
yeah.
this stuff? Or
Yeah, and that's understandable.
that's
I feel
understandable.
like.
I thought at first I thought you were saying like, oh, I just don't want him to be gay. I want him to be straight.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
backlash.
No, I get that.
Yeah, but I was like in like from that moment, like I kind of just like finished it, and I was like, oh, I get like
What's happening.
I get it. I get what's happening. Yeah. So I was like, this ain't really a real intelligent like culture shifting moment we having here.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
just there was no resolve.
Yeah.
It was they talked about it and they left.
Comical, but
Yeah.
that's it. All right.
All right.
OnlyFans removing porn.
OnlyFans.
What y'all think about that?
No more porn.
I seen it coming.
Oh, you did?
I
How you
knew
didn't why
it
you
was
didn't tell
coming.
him? Why you didn't tell him?
I mean, it was bound to happen. I feel like everybody's seen it coming.
That's too much money.
That I don't think that was initially what the site was for.
Definitely.
Yeah, not.
So
But it became that. So can they even? Let's say this. Can they even recover from that viewpoint now? Like now, let's say no more sex stuff. We just gonna do whatever.
No.
Are you still gonna be thinking OnlyFans is?
Of course.
Yeah, actually, so here's a little tidbit. I was working at my job and we were looking at OnlyFans was a client and they were looking for endorsers who were willing to get on the site and do non-sexual things because they were trying to rebrand without pulling back from porn is what I got from that. So they were like, maybe if we can get more people. I think Cardi B ended up doing something where she was on there, but it wasn't porn. But to think Cardi B has an OnlyFans is going to make people click. Yeah. It's clickable. I think what they were doing that, but I don't think that bit because I know a lot of people at our company was just like, it still has a bad connotation that we don't want to associate with it. And so then now I think their last leg is to just pull it because they tried to do the rebrand.
Do y'all know why they pulled it?
I'm pretty sure it's money, investors, and all that.
So, I was about to say open door. So OnlyFans, we're looking for investors and have been looking for investors for years. And not your average crowdfunding, big wigs like Visa. So all right, so Visa goes to them. So this is the story. So Visa goes to OnlyFans to say, hey, we'll buy up X amount of shares. You all can continue to use our financing platform, which is the biggest. Visa is one of the biggest. And so you guys can continue to take visas on this website, but in order for us to go all in on OnlyFans, you have to remove the porn. So what they do, and they did it in this, such a fucking millennial way. They get on Twitter and say, hey y'all, we
we're banned.
yeah, we banning porn October 1st, baby. So do what you got to do, but we out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that happens, and then everyone, they get the backlash. But then Visa comes out and say, hey, we didn't say that. We didn't say that y'all had to take porn down just for us to invest. So it's either OnlyFans is really just trying to get out of the porn business,
or Visa just didn't want that connotation to their name.
Yeah.
They were trying to be proactive, and in the world, the world's all about being progressive. So you're saying you don't support sex workers and blah, blah, blah,
and
blah,
that was the thing.
But you got a Coke boat.
And that's the thing. Sex work is work. And
For
that's
sure.
and that's where we are.
Which I truly believe that if OnlyFans goes about removing all the porn, it's gonna end up like Tumblr and
Tumblr and Pornhub.
Yeah, it's just not going to exist anymore. It's going to cease to not be a thing.
Man.
And it's so crazy because I do think that they had almost monopolized the market. Like a paywall, like Patreon, you can't even do that. Like that was from jump. You can't do any sexual content on Patreon. So OnlyFans was almost that only site behind a paywall that you could do that without like an independent sex worker. Like you didn't have to go through Pornhub or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, and after that, word on the street is that your boy Tiger is creating his own platform for sex workers.
And I can see that because I'm
That'd
pretty sure
be
he
good.
made OnlyFans a whole lot of money.
Oh, indeed.
A whole lot.
And I guarantee you, some of those shareholders and board members that have,
They gonna invest. They definitely gonna invest.
You know it, man. Especially during the pandemic, boy. It's true. It's like statistics went up that it was a bunch of streaming and a bunch of porn watching during 2020, 2021. So yeah, it's still one of the biggest businesses.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all want to talk about the 2021 Negro Olympics?
Oh yeah.
The crates.
Crate baby.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So if you guys been on social media, you know that the crate Olympics has started, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna end until somebody seriously hurt themselves.
Honestly.
Really, I mean, for me, the person that took the cake was definitely the brother that I think it was in Newark, New Jersey, that was rolling up a blunt and went all the way up and down, light the blunt. He said, roll that blunt, light that blunt, smoke it.
Yeah, I seen a lot of.
Literally. That's what kept on.
I bet you I can roll a whole blunt and don't spill it.
So what's the appeal? Why you think so many people doing it?
Man,
They
nigga, we
bored
are
in the
bored.
house, in the
Niggas
in the
are
house
bored.
bored.
Man.
Because
Bored in social media.
yeah, and I don't have any want to do it, but I feel like I could do it.
I mean, I wouldn't
like
set
I
it up,
could.
but
I
I'll
feel
try.
like I could, but
No,
I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
like I
do
could
it.
do it. Like,
I'm
Like
not
if
gonna
you
do it.
walked outside and someone had the crates.
Had a
lined
crate.
up
So, yeah.
already.
I'll take my shoes off.
So is
I
this?
think I would too. Like,
Is this how
Yeah.
it starts? Like you don't want to do it, but you think in your mind like, no, I could do it if if they was
Right.
there, I could do it.
Yeah.
I could do that.
And that's
shit.
literally what's happening. People walking by and like, shit,
Let me.
you gonna give me $20?
Man,
I
hey,
bet.
them people in the videos probably ain't even know each other. They like,
Yeah,
Hell
no.
no.
Walk by.
Yeah, people was
Hey,
running
niggas
up.
pulling over. Hey, bro, they got a crate over there.
Hey, y'all doing that crate shit?
Yeah, that's how
Nigga,
you
I
make-
guarantee you $20.
That's how you make
Man,
Yeah, no, that's crazy though.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna,
wild.
I'm gonna set it up for Nike.
man, crates are all over the.
You gonna go first though.
We gonna let Nike do it. I could do it.
I feel
could do
like I could do it though. But the thing is, like, we sit here and talk about how stupid people are doing it, but it's just the temptation, and then you have a point to prove that you could do it.
Yeah,
Because I would definitely do it.
See, my thing is, I've seen a lot of failed attempts than successful ones, and
definitely way more failed.
I don't like. I can't watch someone fall and almost break their neck. It looks bad to watch. So I actually watch the start, and when they start getting wobbly, I
You
just
cut that
turn
shit
it
off.
off,
I
like,
do that
oh.
same shit.
But you know what I think it is? You got to put the weight to the front.
Man, I don't know.
You gotta shift the weight to the front a little bit, because if you shift it back, then that's when it get a little rocky.
I seen someone do it. Actually, the rapper DDG, he did it successfully. He was kneeling down the whole time, and that is a lot of thigh muscle that takes.
Yeah.
Because like he
I
didn't
got bad
stand
knees, so
straight
I
up.
feel like my knees is gonna give out on me right now.
Hey, DDG athletic as shit too, and then
Yes.
he played football, college football, right? No, that's ESTG.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
But yeah, no, this is kind of like similar to that ALS bucket challenge. When people was throwing ice water on themselves, it's kind of in that same realm.
Or every challenge.
Man, it's crates in every ghetto in America right now.
Challenge.
Where are they getting the crates from?
Man,
That's the question. Like,
there's-
this shit, they selling crates at Walmart all of a sudden.
Man, there's empty fields full of pissy mats and crates
That's disgusting.
right now.
They done went to the hobos hangout and got all the crates.
Man, you can drive through any ghetto and you can see some crates on the corner right now.
That shit crazy. I honestly haven't rolled up on anybody doing the crate challenge yet.
Yeah.
I could tell you
Probably,
why,
and I be
but-
in the cliff.
I was gonna say I could tell you why you haven't, but
I be in the cliff. You know, I work out there, so I ain't seen nobody doing it yet.
I didn't see it. You
Yeah,
go to
man.
a college campus, I'm pretty sure somebody's
they definitely
OSU
doing it.
right now.
You right.
That shit right in front of the library right now.
100%.
And they been out there all day, going
All
back
day.
and forth.
They got a challenge.
They
done
had
got a bucket
crates
full
at
of
the
money.
Welcome Black Barbecue.
They got an Instagram page and everything. Still want a crate challenge.
They probably brought back orange peel just for the crate
That's
challenge.
That's funny. They doing
Lights on Stillwater.
crates on them Dr. Peppers they hand out in the
Man.
beginning of the year.
You remember Crepe and Myrtle? Now they got the crate and Myrtle.
Crate and murder. Crepe and murder. Hell nah.
On another note, our good sis Shacarri Richardson came in 9th place this past race.
Yo, that's crazy how you just set that up like that. Yeah, that's wild. You a wild girl.
Well, we went from Oak Cliff and stuff like
you a wild
that
girl.
to OSU, so I felt like we had to bring it back. So how y'all feel about the Shacarri Richardson race? Her coming in last.
She could probably
place.
walk up them crates.
In heels.
I don't know.
No, you seen that? Did you see that one?
Yeah, I seen that. But
Shacarri Richardson, 9th place. You know, after
Everything that happened. So
man, it seemed like a throne race to me.
You think so?
Yeah, it seemed like a throne race to me.
Looks like she got dusted.
I feel like she had a bad start, and because she had a bad start, she seen them all take off. She was like, "Let me just go ahead and stride it out."
Or maybe she's like, man, like I'm getting all this backlash from all these people for this past month and a half. These folks don't really fuck with me like that, and I'm gonna just get through this race. I don't care what place I come in, and I'm gonna just prepare for the next big Summer Olympics.
Niggas was watching like, I guess weed is bad.
No, I guess she shouldn't have smoked weed.
She got an eighth in her body right now.
Cause before that we was hyping up. We was like, she's smoking y'all
What if
on
she's
and off the
been-
field. Like,
Yeah.
what if she's been winning every race because she's been high, and so this is the final time she was
oh,
sober when she
sober,
ran?
and boy,
That's
it was
initially my first thought was that. I was like, damn, she needed to smoke some weed.
Damn.
Shit, the Olympics over with now. Though,
It's
so
probably
she
them
can still smoke.
cardboard beds they had them sleeping on.
Dude, she
But-
didn't get to make it that far.
Oh, yeah.
Something ain't right though. Something ain't right.
She was still in South Valley.
I think I
Was
don't.
it funny to y'all
What, that she lost?
that she came in last?
Nah. I think it's actually pretty fucked up.
It is pretty fucked up. It's very fucked up actually.
I don't think I have an opinion
laughed.
on it.
I laughed. I definitely laughed.
Man,
I definitely laughed.
You was like, damn, she was talking all that shit and look, I
Nah, it wasn't about her talking shit or nothing. It was just the fact that she came in last. I don't know, something.
no.
about it was just funny.
You know,
It just seems fake or like
Yeah,
a
it was
movie.
just- it was funny.
It doesn't
like
seem
it was
real.
so
like a
funny.
spoof, like a
yeah,
spoof.
like it don't seem real.
It was so
Bro.
funny.
This is
Hey.
the first like.
Hey, we need to. Never mind.
honestly, it didn't really faze me too much. I was just like, huh.
I think what was crazy when she withdrew from the 200 right after that.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
part that made her look bad.
Yeah, see, it just
That made her look bad.
She ain't physically fit. I don't
after
know.
she just
She
gave a
started eating
speech
some
like,
burgers.
"This ain't the last y'all seen of me."
That was an amazing speech though. That should teach
And then
everybody.
after that, she withdraw from the 200.
That's true.
Yeah.
This the last we seen of you.
See, I don't put down no women. I want all women to succeed in everything they do. Bam, we drop them to them.
Like I'm not down in Shacarri or nothing like that. But it was just funny. It was just funny.
She just got to go back to the drawing board, man.
Go back, man. Get in the lab, man.
I
Go-
don't know. I think recently I've just been having a real problem with social media though, and I can't tell people who are truly talented at a craft and a thing. It seems like once they realize how easy it is to be an overnight celebrity, that kind of gets to their head sometimes. Like, I don't know.
So what's
You think maybe she was feeling herself a little too much?
Nah, I don't think so.
want to say it. I
But
don't
because
wanna
her
say it.
initial reaction after that race was giving me that kind of vibe.
I'm that girl.
Like I'm that girl. Like yo, y'all chill out. I'm still that girl. You know. I'm like, but I'm like,
No, I think her ego got
ego got
crushed
a
though.
little bit.
No, I think it
Yeah.
got crushed
Oh,
out.
for sure, for sure.
And she was booked and busy. Like
Nike.
Let's talk about exactly.
Commercials.
Let's
Oh,
talk
she
about
probably ain't trained
when
since
Floyd
then.
Mayweather prepares for a boxing match or something. Like they be gone ghost for months or whatever.
Yeah.
Ever since that incident happened with the weed, she done been in Kanye videos,
Right.
doing Nike interviews left and right. Like I don't think that's why I think she
Her head
was
wasn't
too
in the
focused
game.
on being an overnight celebrity.
Yeah.
Man, Allison Felix would never. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't gonna pit two.
I about to say, don't put them together. Don't pit two black women together. No, I think that's what the bad thing about social media is that we're so quick to tear somebody down and put somebody down, when instead we should lift them up. And I think that's unfortunate when you in that
But
spotlight.
we did lift her up.
We lift her up when she got kicked out of the
Is
Olympics.
it not fair that we was quick to lift up and defend her, but
Nah.
also quick to
Nah,
like,
we-
hey,
we-
now you-
we
now
dug a
you-
grave
now
I
for
think
you-
her.
black people gonna joke about anything.
We gonna joke about everything.
That's our
and,
nature.
but we had her back when they was against her. They was
Because
like,
I'm
we
not
definitely
gonna-
had, we had her back.
Yeah.
we
We
had her back.
We did.
Now she fucked up a little bit. We laughed at her because you know when you fuck up, like we gonna laugh at you.
You right.
We gonna laugh at
Fair
you.
we
point.
gonna laugh.
One thing black people gonna do is joke about it.
You right. Fair point.
Hey, you know, first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again.
That's a fair.
We'll love her again if she.
Oh yeah, she gonna bounce back, man. She gonna bounce
We'll
back.
love her
man.
again.
She gonna bounce back.
Yeah, she gonna
If
bounce
she coming
back.
last again, we gonna joke again.
Good luck on all your future endeavors. Get back in the lab.
Yo,
Yeah.
imagine being Shacarri
That's it.
Richardson's plug.
What?
A weed plug.
Yeah.
Hey, you slowed her down real good. Let me hit the
Right. Cause now his sales going up on a
he's
Tuesday.
like this.
Cause literally, like, let me get that Shacarri Richardson. Let me get that Shacarri
Yo,
Richardson
speaking of,
pack.
hey man, I know y'all seen them packs, bro. Them niggas was making on Twitter.
Yes.
Man,
They put a picture on the
man,
on the
put a
pack.
picture on a pack, bro. Man,
Smoking all that Kari.
man, some Shacarri runs.
Hey, low key, let me know if
Obama,
it's it.
Obama runs. I didn't even know Obama supported shit like this.
Man, Obama runs, man.
Low key, that shit probably make people run real fast. You know how like kids try on new shoes and they be running in the mall.
head
That's how
down and
niggas
shit.
is with the runs when they smoke the Shacarri runs.
Man, boy, this is some Zaza.
That's funny.
Man,
Niggas think they gonna take off when they hit that blunt.
this some Zaza.
Shacarri runs.
Man, what else we got? What else we got?
Oh man, y'all see Webby
Yeah.
had a seizure
Yeah.
on stage, man.
Yeah, man. Friday. I ain't gonna even say it's a report, but you know, everybody shit in life, it happens instantaneously, man. It goes straight to the internet. But Webby was performing in Virginia, and man, he was performing, and he just got rushed off the stage and like carried out, you know, by his team. And a report came back that he had a seizure. And y'all know that Webby been battling seizures for like his whole career, pretty much. And that's and that's why he after Savage Life 2. That's why his career kind of just faded off, because he actually dealt with a lot of health issues and shit. He was in the hospital a lot and having seizures. So yeah, that actually really, my personal opinion, kind of slowed down his career, derailed it a little bit. But
Prayers up to that man.
yeah, man. But shout out to Webby, man. I hope he gets better. You know, because we need the Trill fam, Young Savage,
Yeah.
to keep driving them Savage Lives all the way up to 15, because we know he gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But and that's the reason why Rick Ross got in shape, man. He was having seizures at Super Bowls and shit, and you know what I'm saying. And you know, y'all leave them pills alone, man.
Health
Yeah.
is wealth.
All right.
You got
So,
a
Don,
life question for us?
I'm about to ask you, did you want to go to your music question first, or you want me to go to the life question?
Go to life question first.
All
My
right.
music question is pretty easy.
Okay. So, all right. So this is a question. I don't know if it's a life question, but if life was nothing but constant pain,
Oh gosh.
would it still be worth living?
So the
Constant pain, like it never ends.
Yeah, like you always feel.
That was dark.
so the
it was a dark one, but I was like, this is gonna be a big question. I'm interested.
the PC, you know, like general answer is that, you know, everything's, you know, going through anything is worth going through just to go through it.
Okay,
basically.
let's say this is the worst pain that you ever experienced, whether it's losing a loved one and you constantly having to relive that over
Nah,
and over
not for
and
me.
over.
Nah, I can tell you now. No, I don't want to live a life full of pain. Not for me.
Yeah.
I gotta enjoy. You know, I gotta enjoy shit, and that's why I live like I live now. Cause the first half of my life was fucked up. So you know, when I made the conscious decision to create the life that I wanted, man, I'm cool on that shit. If man, like having that pain of losing somebody every day just to live the life that I want to live, that shit it's not worth it. I'd rather not. Personally.
I guess I think about, like, if you're in constant pain, like you're saying forever, like this is just
constant, always.
What are you living for? Like I don't know. I don't know.
I guess it's almost like, let's say, well, let's flip it. Let's say there's an ant, right? And if this ant touched you, you would either live a miserable life or die a miserable life. But you always had to be on the run from this ant. Could you enjoy your life then if you know that somebody's always chasing you?
I mean, we kind of as
It's kind of the same thing, but I guess I was trying to make it as a little bit lighter.
honestly, I think people live like that now. To be real,
So you just constantly on the run,
yeah,
whether it's with
I think
yourself
that's
or
trauma. Yeah.
yeah. Like people live like that now. You know, people live like that now. And but you know, we just do our best to make do our best to make the best out of those situations. To be real, yeah. People live like that now.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
people are prisoners in their mind, man.
It's
That's
very
a
true.
fact.
Very true.
fact.
You're always running from something.
that's
Not
deep.
not always. Not always. If you can get to a point where none of that shit matters.
That's actually what I think that holds a lot of people back, is being a prisoner in their own mind, because you are afraid of the what ifs, and what if what if I'm not successful, or what if I lose it all? Like we're so stuck in that little realm that we're afraid to jump outside the box, and that's where people they never grow.
Yeah, yeah.
They always gonna stay stagnant. Like if you don't take risks, it's kind of like the stock market, right? You know, if you don't, you got to spend some money to make money, right? It's the same way with your mental. Like if you don't take that risk and step outside the box, then
I can tell you now though, from on some real shit though, I don't live my life like that. Like I live my life. I live my life like I'm not gonna say like with no regrets, you know what I'm saying, but I live my life. I never put limitations on myself. I never, you know, if there's something that I want to do, like I can't live in fear. Like everything that I've ever feared, I faced it. You know what I'm saying? And in the shit that I if something comes up in the future and I have a fear about it, or if you know I don't want, I just face that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where we get to. I say we get to our eternal place of peace or happiness, man. Is when we know that we can, whatever we feel has been holding us back, or we have fear of doing some shit, we just face it and be like, fuck it, what's the worst that can happen? Like, because this is a life we're living.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to create, we got to make steps to get the best out of this life. Like, work with the best hand that we can with the cards that we were dealt.
right.
So don't ever live in fear of nothing, man. Because what's for you, man, like DeVale said, is for you, bro, and that's real shit.
1,000%.
Big facts. Ooh. You said you wanted deep, Dom. I gave it to you.
That deep.
I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a music question. I got a couple, but let me see a good one to go off of. Okay. Lizzo or Migos? Pick one.
Migos.
Are we talking about just like in general? Or
No,
are we
just to
talking about the
get my
situation?
question started.
Everywhere.
Would you want a question about Lizzo or a question about Migos?
Oh, Migos. Migos.
Offset.
I won't mind about Lizzo.
No, you said Migos already.
It's
No, I
two
thought
out
she
of-
was saying like pick one. Like
We'll hit Lizzo next week then. It's 2 out of 3, so we'll do Migos today. So, I often think about Migos, and I think we have this conversation because I think they pioneered a lot, and they've been in this game for almost 10 years now or more.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that I feel like they haven't done much with it, but I feel like they haven't done much with it. And so I noticed that a lot of artists, like we've watched Rihanna, we've watched Kanye, we've watched P. Diddy, Jay-Z, they all become businessmen. And we talk about how music doesn't make that much money, and you go out and you use your audience to do something. Like Meek Mill has Meek Furniture now. I don't know how that's selling, but I'm just saying that you go out and you venture out and you try to get different streams of income. And that's honestly how you become a bigger person. You establish relationships and end up becoming a billionaire and making more money in the industry because music doesn't. I think T-Pain was saying that like companies make billions of dollars, and artists get like 17% of that each
yeah.
year,
Seven
which is.
as a whole, like
And
as
you know how
across
many
every genre.
artists there is in the world? Like
A lot. There's a lot.
a lot of
That's
artists.
a wild stat.
What was that on? What was that on? I
Drink
seen,
Champs.
I seen that. Yeah.
Drink Champs. So with that conversation, Migos is just the first artist that I came to. So if you have other artists, we could throw it out there. But what do we think about artists that we just see more for them that they haven't made that step, and then what do we think is holding them back from that step?
That is a great question. That is a great question.
It could be knowledge. It could be that ambition to want more. Like there are people that like once you hit a certain level of status, and it doesn't have to be like a millionaire or something. Like you could hit like 75K and you feel good. Like you feel good and you don't feel the need that you need to keep growing or keep doing that. People get comfortable, complacent, whatever. That could be it. It could be just not having the right knowledge. People maybe not the right people around them that are saying like, hey, you can do these things and stuff like that. So it could be for them like, I don't know. It's tough to say. Maybe they just don't have the right people around them. I don't know.
And I think they were like in a little scuffle with Q and P from Quality Control.
Right.
And I feel like they helped build that label. Like
Yeah.
Of course, 100%.
That is them. And so I'm like really just confused on why there hasn't been much for them. And then I know we were talking about Quavo and Sweetie being back together, and we watched them break up and Sweetie get McDonald's deals and all of the, like, she's doing a lot. And
They are allegedly back together, by the way.
yeah, and so then you're just like, is it branding? Because like when you think of Rihanna, before Savage Fenty, when you thought of Rihanna, she had that Savage brand, right? Like that was who she was. She was reckless and she didn't care. She wasn't trying to be nobody's role model. And so it's just like when you thought of Sweetie, you thought of a personality, you thought of pretty, and like it worked out. Like everyone knew like she's not good at rapping, but
she's very marketable.
here's a lane, right? Think of Travis Scott and his many endorsements. Like Travis Scott has become one of the most successful people to watch.
And that's fucking crazy.
And Migos could do that.
Migos could be
That
Travis
like
Scott.
Travis Scott. So
and that is what I'm
yeah.
saying. What is it? What is the brand relationship there? And what
Yeah.
is? Yeah, I don't
See,
know.
because at first, like your first example, I was like, I don't know, where do I see Migos? And then you say Travis Scott. They could do that exact same thing. Like they could have like shoe deals.
And they started a fashion trend. Like
Right.
people dress like the Migos in Atlanta.
So they're actually like, I know like Offset is starting to get more into fashion and all that type of stuff. I don't know if y'all knew that Offset is like a host of the show called The Hype.
Yeah.
So they're going around trying to find a local streetwear designer and pretty much put them on. But I know they do a lot of investing in like a lot of stuff off. See, I think I would say Offset's probably the most active because we've seen him in TV shows recently. He has this new show. He's doing a lot of stuff in fashion and partnering with a lot of people in fashion. So I would say he's the one that's probably doing the most out of all of them. And then Quavo's doing the producing side.
And that's probably because of his association with Cardi B, I would think.
Of course.
Like Cardi B is that person. She is probably brand deal queen. Like she was one of the first celebrities to have Cardi B Fashion Nova and all this stuff. So I don't know. I just feel like outside of them individually, the Migos should have been a name brand. It should have been a clothing line. It should have been something that we could have seen bigger. So that was just my question of the week.
Yeah, that was. And I was actually thinking of artists since you said who do we think has the potential to get there, but being held back for some reason. And I'm trying to think of who, like, was there, like, who could have been like a very big artist or have done more with their career. I'm not sure.
The Game.
Yeah, cause that nigga he had.
Oh,
he was scorching. He was blazing hot.
Someone that could have been had a lot of potential. Like, and we talking about rap or just overall celebrity?
Anything, honestly. I was thinking rap. But
Rap, yeah. I was thinking more rap too, because when he came out, he was supposed to be like he was 50 Cent's protege, basically.
Man, he did 400 bars and running.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that is a good question, and I will have to, I would have to think about that.
Food for thought.
I'd have to think about that. But one that comes to mind, because a lot of people know him, a lot of people fuck with this guy, but he just in hip hop, but He's just so laid back. But I think it's Currency. I think Currency could have did because he was actually into the streetwear shit. He's in the Bape. I'm talking early. This was like probably before he was on the internet time. Like I'm talking about like 02, 01, 02, like legit. He was like one of the first niggas from the South that was on skateboards, wearing Bapes, rocking like doing all that shit. Like he was one of the first niggas that was rocking the Rockstar belts. You know what I'm saying? That was on the internet playing his game. Like, for real. It was like Soulja Boy and fucking Currency.
I don't think he had as big of like a career though.
I know, but I'm saying though, but that's what we're saying though. Like he could have
been.
He could have, because he was legit right there on that path. He was right there on that path. And he fucked with Cash Money, and he fucked with No Limit. He knew all them niggas. He knew like everybody from notable niggas from the South knows Currency from.
You know who else is? I see their career is that great. Wiz Khalifa.
I thought about Wiz too, and them niggas is the same guy, right?
Yeah,
it's the same
and
person.
That was the same day, buddy.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just a lot of artists, and then that goes back to there's been a conversation with celebrities posting things on social media for free. Like, if you get your hair done and you actually paid for that service, they expect you to post about it. But it's
tag
like,
me.
I have 1 million followers. Like, that is free promotion.
If they get their hair done and
They pay for the service.
the actual like
The stylist
pays for it.
No, say if you are a comedian on Instagram, Desi Banks with 1 million followers,
Right.
you go to get your haircut at the barber, right?
Right.
But a haircut is like $55, and you're paying him for that cut.
Paying them for that service.
He cannot expect you to post it on social media.
That's right.
for
Okay,
free.
that's
Hey,
what I
bro,
was making sure.
post his bro. Fuck with me, bro.
No, like maybe if you had gave it to me for free for the free ski,
Honestly,
maybe then I would have gave you a little
That's
shout
called
out.
trade. Yeah, like a
I
one-to-one
had to pay
value
for
or
this.
something.
Now,
Like,
now the only way I'm gonna shout out is if you got me. You better make me feel good coming out this chair. I better feel like, damn, this is a bomb ass haircut, man. Y'all come fuck with it.
Speaking of Desi Banks, we can talk about it another time. But
yeah.
is it time for him to hang it up?
Oh gosh. Okay.
I don't even know what the last video.
I don't know it. We'll have to say
He
that
was he was never all that to me anyway. But
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? That's it.
Yeah,
There we go.
that was it.
Say let's play this.
Yes, sir.
Our favorite time. I mean, so one thing I do want to call out is that Aaliyah 1 in a Million album finally is on DSPs now, and it went number one. Shout out to Aaliyah. That album hit just the way I needed to when I listened to it. So shout out to her.
It
Frank
did what it
Ocean, I
needed to
need you
do.
to give me that Nostalgia Ultra, please. Need that. Wale, I need More About Nothing from you. Thank you.
It's coming, man. It's coming.
All right, so my Say Let's Play This is gonna be by a rapper named Kaz. It's called Slide.
That was fire. I thought you said Kaz, like Cozz
Not
Kaz.
Kaz. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kas.
It's probably Kaz too. Dun, dun, dun. My Say Let's Play This will be Suck It Up by Mona Leo.
She dropped no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My bad. year that suck it up.
Yeah, that's hard, bro. That yeah.
Born Leo.
Shout out to her, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
her.
it's the flow for me.
Yeah, and she had like the I don't even. Deville, you know what you got?
Yeah.
Go
All
ahead.
right, bet.
Yeah, and she had the like the Bay Area,
Yeah.
production. I mean not Detroit production.
So my say let's play this is gonna be a song. It came out a few months ago, but was fucking with it. Me and Don was actually listening to it on the way over here. But this is Loop Myself.
Five.
Fucks with that.
Yeah, that nigga snapping. Man, I'ma just have to play something because I ain't have anything.
You know we do this every week.
Yeah, I know.
You should have your song ready.
I know, man. I know it. Let me see. Let me go through. I already did. Fine. All right. This is Raheem Devon. It's called Everything, Baby.
You see how he tried to put on his sexy voice when he said that?
It's called Everything, baby.
My bad. I'm starting.
Sounds like a great wedding song.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
Man, shout out to Raheem Devon. That is called Everything, Baby, off of his new album called Lovesick.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, man. When last time you heard from him? It's been a good
Shout
little
out
minute.
to that
It's been
man.
a long time.
That
honestly.
nigga album is fire.
I'll have to check it out. All right. Well, that's
I
all
gotta
we
stop
got.
saying nigga, man.
All right, Kyrie. Is that all we got? That's how we wrapping things up today.
That artist is fire.
All right. Well, make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to our Patreon account.
Period. Poo.
It is $1 to subscribe to become a friend, become a member of the bonus content.
Yeah.
Say Less After Dark, X-rated, whatever you want to call it. $1 for a limited time only. So make sure you hop on it. Episode 1 is already posted. Episode 2 will be posted by the end of this week. So make sure you check us out. It's lit. It's lit. Patreon is lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you if you listen to us on YouTube and you like hearing the music and all that and the vibes and stuff like that, you definitely want to check out Patreon.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Episode 58, right?
57.
57. I'm getting ahead of myself. Episode 57 of the Say Less Podcast. Make sure you follow us on social media at The Say Less Pod. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know the vibes at The Say Less Pod. If you have any questions, feel free to email or DM us at.
Email us. You know what that is. That's when you drop that D in the
Drop
mail.
it.
Nike trying to. Okay, Nike. I see what type of Nike you making.
They
It.
say
Packing
hit
a
it with
bag.
that
Hey,
D-mail.
D-mail.
We gotta say that for Patreon, man. Say that for Patreon.
Email.
Yeah.
Yeah, but email or DM us at
Say Less Podcast 4@gmail.com, and that's Say Less Podcast, the number 4 at gmail.com.
Yeah, I know where my mind is.